I'm telling you, I really think this is gonna be the best thing you do all mid-summer.
Everything is coming out roses, just you wait and you'll see.
Mid-year reset, let's get into it. First, let me make the case for spending any amount of time this summer on having a mid-year reset. A mid-year reset is a really nice opportunity to have a little ode to the year, to the last 6 months, and really start to hype yourself up for the next 6 months. Whether you set goals or your word of the year or anything at the beginning of the year, we did a manifesto. That's my favorite practice for kicking off the year. This is my favorite practice for resetting in summer. And you don't have to have done anything at the beginning of the year. If you did, you can bring that, but you can do this completely cold. This is your way to spend a little time reflecting, a little time in the here and now, and a little time dreaming about the next 6 months. You can do this absolutely anywhere. It's insanely delightful, and it's totally gonna have you jazzed, not just for your life right now, but also for the rest of the year's unfolding. And getting jazzed and enthusiastic is exactly the energy that we need to shift from chasing opportunity to actually attracting. So let me just get right into it. I'm gonna share the 3 parts of this mid-year reset that I did this year. I'm really excited about it because it was so powerful for me, and I know it can be powerful for you. You can do this over an hour, you can do it over an afternoon, you can do it over a weekend, but you don't wanna overcomplicate it. This isn't something that you have to like gather all of your things and have the right time or the right place. Just get into some of the questions. Just don't overcomplicate it. And I'm going to tell you one question that if you don't answer any other question, if you only pick that one, it will be better than none. Okay, one last thing before I get into it. I'm sharing all of this so you can DIY, so you can do it yourself. If you actually want to do it together with me, I will be hosting a couple of sessions to do this together, the mid-year reset on a Zoom. We will use my framework of the focus time to break this up into 3 separate sections to go through each of these components with a dance break in between, because what's a focus session without a dance break? And that's a whole hour. And then I will keep the line open for 30 minutes or as long as it takes for an after party. And the after party is really where the fun of it is, where you can show and tell, where you can share, where you can connect, where you can ask questions. But the main bulk of it will be done in an hour. If you'd like to do this together, see the link below to sign up for one of those. I'm telling you, I really think this is gonna be the best thing you do all mid-summer. Okay, there are 3 components. Let me just outline them first to take you on the journey that we're going on. Again, we aren't overcomplicating this. We're just making it fun and light and bright and something that you can leave this session feeling supercharged about what's ahead so you can attract all of the opportunity to you. Okay, the first section is a love letter. This is a love letter to your yesterday self for everything that's become before now. The second segment of this mid-year review is a message in a bottle to your future self for everything that you still want to manifest this year. And the third session that we go through is the transmission. This is a transmission from your higher self for anything that is currently in your life right now that needs a refresh, or let's call it a refinement, before we go into the second half of the year. Okay, let's start with a love letter. This is a love letter to your yesterday self for everything that came before. So you're gonna answer these 3 questions. The first one is, what are you proud of from the past 6 months? The second question is, what are you most excited for the next 6 months? And you can pause this and journal. You may be able to just stream of consciousness answer this question as you're going through it. What are you most excited for the next 6 months? And your third question in this love letter is, what is working for you right now? This is any of your habits, routines, rituals, relationships, those things that truly light you up that are working for you right now. Acknowledge them. Give yourself some props, give yourself some snaps. This is what's working right now. So what am I proud of from the past 6 months? What am I excited about for the next 6 months? And what is working right now? That is step 1, your love letter. If all you want to do is journal for this, by all means, journal away. But if you want to infuse a little extra magic into it, it's really powerful if you can take the words you put on a piece of paper or the thoughts in your head and bring them out into the world in some sort of creative way. I'll just throw out some ideas. You'll have your own. First, you can just tell a friend about it. Call a friend and tell them what you're proud of. Tell them what you're most excited about. Tell them what's working now. Sharing it with a friend is just a way to get the words and the thoughts up and out, up and off the page, up and out of your brain and into the real world around you. And even that simple act alone can be really powerful. Beyond telling a friend, some other things you can do, you can make a video like this. You can post it on social media. You can make a video for yourself. Any way that you can express it in a way that only you can is going to be really powerful. You can record a voice note to yourself. You can record a video to yourself. Whether or not you take it out into the world and share it with others, just having that as a little note to yourself is going to be really powerful and something you can reference back to anytime during the next 6 months. And one other way you can do this is you can make a reverse vision board. I think that's what it's called. Essentially, a vision board is when you're taking photos of things you haven't yet experienced and putting them on a board and saying, this is the vision that I have for myself. A reverse vision board is when you're like, I did this and I'm really proud of it, and here's a photo of it. Here's me in that space doing that thing. A reverse vision board can be super fun because you see to believe that you did all those things, and you can do it digitally, you can do it as an art project. That can be really fun as well. If you are not quite sure how to express yourself in this love letter to yourself, one thing you could look into is your sixth sense in human design. If you're not sure what that is, you can DM me and I'll send you what your sixth sense is. It's customized to when and where you were born. But essentially, my sixth sense is outer vision, which means that it is really powerful for me to see something on the outside of me. I essentially did a YouTube short for this, so you can go back and find my "What Are You Proud Of" thumbnail and that'll show you. But it was just a way of collecting not just the highlights from the past 6 months, but things that I'm really super proud of. Relaunching my podcast, carving out time to spend with my nieces, dating again. All of these things that I feel really proud of myself for, launching the Daily Dose program. And I try to capture that in some sort of visual perspective. In the short, it's very quick, so you don't have to be bored by all of my proud moments. And they're not even things that you would even necessarily understand, but I understand what those photos mean for me. And it was a really powerful way for me to connect to yesterday me and feel really, really proud of her. The second part of this mid-year review is the message in a bottle. If you don't do anything else, you should do this. And that is your message in a bottle to your future self. It's essentially the way that you are answering the question, what would absolutely delight me if it came to fruition between now and the end of the year? What would absolutely delight me if it came into my life, if it manifested into my life over the next 6 months? We are setting an intention for what would really delight us between now and the end of the year, and we're doing it in a dreamy state. So you can do this with your eyes closed in a little visualization exercise. And what you would do is you would identify 3 dreams that would absolutely excite you if they happen between now and the end of the year. 3. If you need ideas for some categories that you want to do this in, it could be with your health, it could be with your lifestyle, it could be with your relationships, it could be with your career, it could be with your money and finances. Any 3. If you pick more than 3, that's fine too, but 3 makes it really simple. And then you're gonna have a 4th bonus. And that 4th bonus dream is a way of leaving room for a little bit of magic, for something bigger than you could even imagine. And you're gonna take those 3 dreams plus the bonus, and you can visualize right now that you are putting them into a bottle that you are going to cork and throw into the ocean, message in a bottle style. But I like to actually take these dreams into something tangible. You can go out into nature and find 4 things in nature that are going to represent each of these 3 dreams plus your bonus. Take those 4 things and find a way to release them back out into nature. So when I did it, I was at the beach at the time, I was at the ocean, and I gathered 4 shells and I threw them into the ocean. And with each one, I infused it with the intention of this dream that I want to bring about. And I threw it out into the ocean and I released it. If you want to take this out into the world, find a treasure that you can release somewhere to use that as a tangible way to express this thing and release it, and then go about your life. You've set it in motion. We're not using this time to put together a to-do list of how you're going to bring it out. No, we are naming the thing, We are saying surprise me, and then we are going about our life. Okay, the third phase of this mid-year reset is the transmission. This is the transmission from your higher self, from your own inner knowing. Your inner knowing is your seat of intuition. It's that space between your eyebrows. You can also use this transmission. It can come from your spirit guides, your angels, God, whoever you talk to beyond the here and now. And the most important thing I can tell you about this step is not to let it be heavy. We are going to take a moment to reflect on what needs a little refinement, of what in our life needs refreshing. We aren't doing a total overhaul. We aren't pointing out all the ways that we did things wrong and we could have done them better. That's not what the mid-year reset is about. We are looking for obvious things and letting our intuition be our guide. When you do this, go ahead and take a moment to invite in your higher self, to tap into your inner knowing, your inner intuition. You can just imagine your breath coming in and out through that space between your eyebrows. That's really just gonna activate it. Anyone that you wanna call into this, you can. You can call in God, you can call in universe. And then you're gonna answer these 3 questions. What's not working right now? It can be 1 thing, it can be 3 things. Don't make it more than 5. And then the second question is, what do you want to try next? So if this thing isn't working, what do you want to try in its place? And it's not, what do you want to try all at once now? It's what do you want to try over the next 6 months? What's not working now? What do I want to try over the next 6 months? And then the third question is, what do I want to commit to over the next 21 days to refresh and refine what is not working? So you'll take 1 thing off the what's not working list, match it with the things that you want to try, and pick 1 of those things to try over the next 21 days. Now, we aren't getting all into it now. We're just doing our mid-year reset, but that's something that when you leave the mid-year reset, you can consider making a plan to commit to, and you want to go ahead and identify it now. I am still in play and process with this, but I want to give you an example to really bring it to life. We have very much been in a tracker society. So we track our sleep and we track our steps and we track our calories, and all of that can work for a time. And it also can be something that no longer serves you. So I have a Whoop and I have an Apple Watch and I have an Oura Ring, but right now I don't have any of them because I'm a little exhausted from the trackers. And so that for me is something that doesn't serve me anymore. It's not even that it's not working or I'm not committed to it or I'm not looking at enough. It just doesn't serve me anymore. And so it's very easy to say, that's not working for me. But we can't stop there, because what do we want to try instead? I still want to get really good quality sleep. I still want to eat to nourish my body. I still want to move my body. And so instead of counting my 10,000 steps, if I just want to take a break from it for right now, what are some other things that I want to try other than that? An example that I've experimented with to replace the 10,000 steps is that I've dedicated 3 20-minute walk breaks throughout the day. That's all I need. I don't need to track anything, but I would like to move my body in the morning, midday, and the evening. That's just an example. That's not going to be yours, but I wanted to give you an example. And then if it's something I want to commit to for the next 21 days, then I would commit to setting aside these times to walk. Or maybe it's a committing to an hour walk with a friend or an hour walk in the morning with an Audible or a podcast. This is kind of like what I would do. You're gonna have your own thing, and that's what it looks like. I just wanted to give you an example. This is essentially your opportunity to say, this thing that I used to do that was so good for me just isn't working anymore, and I'm not gonna keep doing it just to keep doing it when there's other things that I actually wanna try that it would be a better use of my time and energy and attention. Okay, that's absolutely everything. If you don't do anything else, take a moment to be proud of yourself. Identify some things that you're really proud of yourself from the past 6 months. Take a few moments to dream big for what would absolutely delight you over the next 6 months, and share the good. Drop them in the comments so I can cheer you on from here. And if you want to join for a live session of this, where you get not just me with all these 3 steps, but also the after party where you can share and discuss and ask questions, that is coming. I will share the link in the description. Go have yourself a wonderful summer. But first, take time for a little mid-year, mid-summer reset.